turning abandoned lots into affordable housing. I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me is Pennsylvania State Representative Chris Ross. Thanks for being with us.
Good to be back, Jill.
We're talking about a concept where builders and nonprofit organizations work together to revitalize neighborhoods. And this is not a public-private partnership. This is a private partnership. Give us an idea as to how this concept has worked in one Philadelphia neighborhood.
Yes, as chairman of the Urban Affairs Committee, I had an opportunity to go into South Philadelphia and see the operation of South Philadelphia Area Redevelopment Corporation. And it's a private not-for-profit, and what it really is a group of people who had lived all their lives in this neighborhood, which was under some pressure with blight and some deterioration in some of the houses, banded together and said, we want to stop this, we want to do what we can to make sure this is a good place for us to live and our families and our children in the future. And they teamed up with a faith-based organization, in this case the Presbyterians, and also got a group of local builders to agree to work with them at cost or below cost in some cases, just to keep their crews busy. And they went through and got some of the decrepit falling down houses, or even now they're working also with vacant lots, to go in there, renovate them, turn them into good quality housing, and actually then turn back and sell them to people who agreed to stay in the neighborhood and live there for at least a year. And they've done a really wonderful job. And the thing that was exciting to me about it was to see them band together and work in a collaborative way to stabilize and improve their neighborhoods.
And this is actually in South Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. When we talk about this as a concept, this may have been the type of project that government may have been involved with in the past, but the dollars aren't necessarily there. Is there still a role that government should be playing in initiatives like this?
Yeah, absolutely. I know a lot of the programs that we have, not just in housing, but in a variety of other areas, have been cut back dramatically. And seeing this kind of grassroots effort is really positive. And I think we have two roles to play. One is to advertise the successful models that have been used in different parts of the Commonwealth so that it might inspire other neighborhoods and other places throughout the Commonwealth. Chester County in my area has places where we need this kind of thinking. But also, we in government have a role to play to try and make it easier for people. We have permitting processes, we have fees, we have a variety of other ways where we in government wind up potentially interfering with this kind of good volunteer action. So we need to be constantly in touch with people to find out what we can do to make it easier for them, and also to facilitate this kind of volunteer effort when it occurs.
So getting government out of the way of a project like this, helping to expedite this type of project?
Exactly, simplifying it for them. They're going to be doing a whole series of houses. So for instance, a more uniform application process so that they maybe get fast-tracked, and a simplification of some of the forms that need to be filled out so they spend less time and money on them. We've got to make sure that safety and environmental issues are covered, but I think we can work toward cooperating with these kinds of groups to help them do their job more easily.
So you mentioned that this is potentially the kind of model that could be used in other communities to work to turn abandoned or rundown properties into affordable housing, but can this model be used for other types of problems as well?
I think there's an awful lot of smart thinking out there, and particularly when we do it in a community-based way. People know their neighbors, they know what's going on in their region, their area, and I think that we can collaborate with folks to solve a whole range of problems, from hunger, drug addiction, a variety of different things where communities might be able to band together and do this kind of work, and I think we need to encourage that thinking.
And we just have a few seconds left, but as part of your committee, is this something that you'll be looking to in terms of working to advocate these types of collaborative relationships?
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to maybe be able to bring the whole committee down and see this in action so that we can maybe spread it around the state a little bit.
Thanks so much for being with us.
Glad to be here.
We've been talking with Pennsylvania State Representative Chris Ross. I'm Jill Horner.